Tina. I am the owner of morethanamom.co.uk blog, and today I'm doing my first ever vlog of how to create the perfect curl using a flat iron. I'm really hoping this video turns out well for you guys today. I have never vlogged before. I don't have the whole professional equipment or anything like that. I just have loads of people messaging me on a daily basis asking how I curl my hair, what I use to keep it in for so long. So I just wanted to do this tutorial to show you, maybe create a little bit more time, or maybe to actually perfect the perfect curl. So I actually use a flat iron. As you can see, my hair is really thick and it's really long, so you can imagine it takes quite a long time. I'd say it takes me about 20 minutes to curl my hair if it's dry. So as soon as I left high school, I went to study to be a hairdresser, so I've had practice, I've learned different techniques and things like that, and a lot of things, probably majority of things, don't actually work for me personally. I've only been able to create the perfect curl using a flat iron, and the technique that I perfected over the past, I'd say, 2 to 3 years, and that's what I'm going to show you today. It works for me. I don't know if it's going to work for all of you because we all have different hair, we all treat it differently. Maybe you dye it like me, maybe you don't, maybe you use a lot more products than me, because I don't really use a lot of products, and that's how I found that it's really worked. So if that's another video that I'm going to be doing in the future, if that's something that you guys will be interested in, and how to look after your hair, how to train it in certain ways. I actually go to the hairdressers once every 6 months. I shouldn't really say that being a trained hairdresser, but that's not my profession anymore. And that's because my hair stays in really good quality, despite the fact that I do get it dyed and I'm constantly using heat on it. But I do only do my hair, in styling terms, once to twice a week, depending on where I am, depending how I've slept, because sometimes, you know, the curls stay in, the curls don't. But usually, for instance, my hair's already curly, and I probably curled this on Thursday, and I don't use any products. I only use shampoo and conditioner, and that is it. So I will, if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments. I will make that video of how to look after your hair, what kind of products to use, how often you should be washing it, and the kind of products that you should be using before you're styling it to get more wear out of it for it to last longer, that type of thing. Just let me know in the comments. So to start off, I would grab a bobble, because you are going to be sectioning your hair. I find it so much more easier, and it creates a more fuller, curlier look in your hair. I use these bubbles, the cable ties I think they're called. I can put a link of where I get these from. But these are so much nicer on your hair than the elastic bands and things like that. They're not as damaging. And obviously we need a brush and your flat hair iron. I would really, again, recommend GHDs. I'm not using my GHDs today because I've just had to buy a new pair because, ironically, my GHDs broke. But I did have those GHDs for 8 years. So this is exactly why and if you're a bit of a dumbass like me, I'm really forgetful. So there's been many times I've not turned my straighteners off and left the house for the entire day. The GHDs actually have a system in there where they turn off when they've not been used for more than 10 minutes, I think it is, 10 or 20 minutes. I can't remember, but they turn themselves off, so it's a really good safety feature to have, especially on hair straighteners. So, I'm going to start. It's best to, I'd say, I don't know how many, I think I section my hair off in about 5 different sections. That is because my hair is so thick. Oh, I'm not regretting this video in the slightest, because I'm about to look real attractive. Cute, huh? So I always start from the ears down, and I get this out of the way with. This is a really small section. It's over and done with super quick. Can't get over how attractive I look right now. And then I take it to about here, and then I section this bit off, and then do these 2 sides, because I've got a side parting, not a side section. You might do it differently because you have a middle parting. Maybe your hair's not as thick as mine, so obviously your hair is going to take a lot shorter time to do actually. And if that's the case, do not tell me in the comments because I will be extremely jealous. So again, we're going to section it off. I probably take about a good 2 inches thick of hair every single time. Start from the top, twirl it all the way around, and then just fairly slowly just drag it down. As you can see, I only twirled it around once, and then I'm just dragging it down slowly. So it's essentially you're straightening it, and you don't have to constantly twirl and wait and things like that. Get the ends of my hair actually in the shot, that would help. And as you can see, we've got a really nice curl. I'm just going to show you again, maybe a little bit slower this time. So we've got it clamped in, turn it around and flick the hair over. You basically want to turn your straighteners in a 360 effect. I'm hoping that makes sense. And I twist the hair so it comes away from my face. I feel like it gives a nicer frame for your face, so when it's all down and finished, it just looks nicer. It's all coming away from your face. It doesn't stop the wind from blowing it all up in your grill at all. I just think it looks nicer. And because I've got thick hair, I go in the same direction. So I do this half of my head in that direction, and then I do that half that way. And I do each strand in the same direction, so it's kind of like twirling, going all the way back. But if you've got thin hair, I would really recommend you doing the one closest to your face away, like I was saying, and the second one the other way. So it takes a little bit of time to get used to, and you have to really think on the spot to make sure you're doing it the right way all the time. But every other one, do it from your face, and the second other one, do it towards your face. That would create a lot more like fuller look. It'll create a really good illusion that your hair is super thick. So I actually I will wash my hair on a Thursday night, curl it the Friday morning, and that will last. Last week I did it on the Thursday, I think, because I did a lot of things that made my hair get a bit grey. So, and I wash my hair once a week, guys. So like I said, I will cover that video again in the future where I tell you my regime, what I do, how I manage to get my hair to last a week and things like that. So I've done that side. I'm going to go over to this side. Same on this side, about a 2-inch section, clamp it, 360 turn, flip the hair over and slowly drag it down. So like I was saying, I will curl my hair, say the Friday morning, and it will last me until Tuesday. That's sleeping in it and everything. And I guess my hair is just really strong. It's how I look after it. I don't really, I don't really pay attention when I sleep. Obviously, whoever really does. So I'm a bit wild in my sleep, I think. So it should really wake up messy, but it never really does. Sometimes by Tuesday I have to top it up a bit. It depends if I'm going out anywhere. If I'm not, I tend to just leave it until I have to wash it. So by like Friday, Saturday, it's like a really nice tight curl. And then by Sunday it starts loosening and dropping a bit day by day. And I like that because by like the Tuesday, Wednesday, I have like a really soft, kind of like beach wave curl. Kind of like how you saw my hair in the beginning of this video. And this is the last one, so we can tell the hairs that have not been done because it's longer than the curls. Cool. So that's one section done. I have to apologise for my attire too. I should probably have made more of an effort and got changed, but I'm a mum who runs 2 businesses from home. I just don't think half the time if I'm at home working all day. I just tend to not really think. I don't normally have to think about my clothes until the weekend. Living the life. So again, starting from this side. So as you can see, I've kind of done it halfway, and then the next time I section it will be about there. Another thing is, I really believe that my hair holds on to curls a lot more. Mainly because I don't use products. So as you saw, I didn't spray anything on my hair before. I most definitely will not spray any type of hairspray on it afterwards. I just feel like it's too much for the hair to handle. It just weighs it all down, and that's exactly what pulls the curls and kind of makes them fall out a lot quicker. And plus, if I'm gonna douse my hair up in hairspray, I definitely can't wear the same hair the next day. It just feels matty, it feels horrible. I'm just not a fan of the hairspray life. Although on my wedding, I had a hairdresser do my hair, and we basically gone through a lot of ideas, and she basically said that for the style of the dress, for my look and everything and the theme of the wedding, my best hairstyle to go to was to just have it curly like I do every day. I mean, I wasn't complaining, but this time it was somebody else doing it, so it was really, really nice. She curled it the exact same way that I do. She used a flat iron. She agreed with me, it was much better, except she crimped the roots, so she didn't really crimp the top so much. She did a bit, but just in bits where it weren't too obvious. She crimped the roots in a lot of places, which of course creates a lot of volume. So that's something that you can try out again if you want a really bigger, more full effect. She did that, but then she used what felt like a whole tin of hairspray on my hair, and oh my god, my hair just felt awful. Like, the curls stayed in all day. They did drop out ever so slightly towards the end of the evening, so didn't really last longer than my curls, but my hair still looked really good, so I'm not really complaining until the next day, where my hair just felt disgusting. So I washed it and tried to wash the hairspray out as much as I could, and I just couldn't. It took until the 3rd wash to actually wash all this hairspray out of my hair, and no, I'm not doing it again. It was awful. Like, I literally just felt everything that my hair was touching I was sticking to. It's disgusting. But at least I look good on my wedding day, and that's all that matters. So yeah, I don't use products. I just use shampoo, conditioner, and a conditioner treatment. And my conditioner treatment is actually something really, really natural that you can grow at home. But I'll save that for my next video, because that comes into it a lot with looking after your hair and the best products to use. So again, but you guys have to let me know, is that something you'll be interested in? Let me know in the comments. You can also head over to my blog at morethanamom.co.uk and you can leave a comment on the blog and let me know if that is something that you would like me to do and cover on in the future during a vlog, because I know I've been getting quite a few questions for that as well. So I'm happy to share my little secret if that's the case. Or you can also email me at tina@morethanamom.co.uk and let me know. Let me know anything else that you want covering or other ideas for your hairstyles. I also feel like this is it's a lot kinder to the hair because you're just slowly not grinding, but you're just slowly moving it down the hair, so you're not, when you're straightening it and you're constantly going over and over and over, that's really damaging. So you don't really want the heat on your hair for as long as possible, really. So as you can see, I'm looking like one of those old-fashioned dolls that you find in your grand's room. It's not the prettiest of looks right now, but I'm on the very last layer, and I just wanted to show you again for anybody that might be struggling. So it's clamped, we turn it 360 away from your face and then pull down. Very slowly, like not very slowly, but relatively slowly. And as you can see, the straightener is kind of parallel. That creates a more tighter curl. Whereas, if you had your hair clamped and you went in this direction, so it's almost not really like straight down, but it's not that way, it's that way, put it that way. If you put it more this way and do the same effect, pull it 360 and then slowly pull it down, it will give a more looser curl. It's kind of like a beach wave. I like to do the tighter curl at first because then it's got a few days in order to drop out. Normally I'm washing my hair come Thursday or Friday and that's when I'm curling it. So I like this really thick full effect. Full head of hair, all curly for the weekend. Just in case the husband wants to surprise me. It doesn't happen, we're both introverts and a little bit of a hermit, to be honest. So now I'm at my fringe bit and I don't necessarily curl it, I just wave it. So it's done with the same effect but different. So I don't do this away from my face. You can do if you want to. I just prefer doing it like this. So I only do it about 180 at a slight diagonal and just pull it down. So it's almost just like a bit of a wave rather than a curl. Like that. And now to finish off the last bit. So when you're finished, this is hopefully your end look, and voila! No, I'm joking. This bit I hate the most. But where people most go wrong when they curl their hair is they don't actually give it enough time to cool down. They just go straight out the house or they start going about their day. What you actually need to do is you need to cool it down. So whether that's just sitting waiting for no longer than 5 minutes, or just sitting there with your hairdryer on a really cold setting, just blowing up, so it's kind of like pushing the curls up a bit. If I tend to do that, or I tend to just maybe do some washing up or anything like that, just mom bits, you know, that type of thing. And then when it feels nice and cool, because obviously the reason why you do that, guys, is because when your hair is hot, it's the most influential part. So even when you finish styling it, it's still hot for quite a long time, like a fair few minutes, I'd say. So if you even just sit there holding it like that, it's going to influence it to be straighter. So I really recommend letting it cool down, whether with a hairdryer or whether you're just sitting there staying still. And then I can feel like a couple of girls like, oh, what is she doing? When it's finished, I tend to brush it out because I really don't like that creepy doll curly haired look. And I just brush all the way through a good few times till I feel satisfied, and then we have this super glamorous curly haired look. And this is how I always do my hair, with a flat iron. It's as simple as that, and I will go to sleep and the next day always looks more better than it is today. This is just a really nice fuller look, but like I said, if you want it more volumized, I would really suggest curling it away and then the next strand curling it the opposite way. That gives it a more fuller, really curly, full look. I don't know how else to describe it rather than full. It just brings it really right out, like a big style. If that's what you're going for, I really recommend that. Or if you're just looking for more like Hollywood type of glam curl, I like to call this, think of this, then just do it my way. Just one way all the way around, and voila. I'll just have a little look around the back as well. But don't forget to leave me a comment, let me know how you found that. Most importantly, if you do it, let me know how you get on with it. And don't forget to let me know if you would like me to start a video about how to care for your hair so you're only getting to wash it once a week and not damaging it as much as you probably are now. Thanks for watching my very first vlog.